Hendrick Motorsports is well known for its historic success in NASCAR, but every team in every sport goes through a rebuild, which the retiring of Jeff Gordon,
looking for a storybook ending to the 2015 season. Out of 3 and 4, this win's going to punch his ticket to the championship 4. Gordon wins at Martinsville.
Dale Jr., loss of Casey Kane led the team to a decline in unknown territory for the team. But the team was building its foundation for a strong future. This was seen in the 2020 season. Chase Elliott won the championship in 5 races. Alex Bowman and William Byron both won a race and competed for several wins. But a competitive but mistake-prone Jimmy Johnson in his final season in the 48 car would be rebranded to a former Hendrick legacy number 5 and a new driver, another wheelman. Kyle Larson would come into the team in 2021 and would lead the team from its foundation to its dominant season of 2021.
Points. Going to put Hamlin to the top, Keselowski, and then Larson. As Kyle Larson wins Las Vegas.
Second place is back in 2017. A pole and then go ahead and win the race. Going to do it again right here in 2021.
Kyle Larson wins the Coca-Cola 600. Turn 11, the final braking zone. And Rick Hendrick's team's going to tie a record that stood since 1956. 1-2 finishes 4 races in a row as Kyle Larson wins at Sonoma. No out and your all-star winner, Kyle Larson.
To make it 3 wins in a row, Kyle Larson returns to Nashville Superspeedway a winner. The 5. Kyle Larson comes out of 7 for the final time, and Larson is going to win at the Glen. Clears him out of 4. Larson's going to win at Bristol. Kyle Larson through the chicane for the final time. He will win at the Charlotte Roval. Kyle Larson, a dominant performance. He leads 256 laps, and he'll win at Texas. Put it on him. He wins again. Larson wins at Kansas. Stretch for the final time.
There's going to be a lap car on the inside. Not going to allow Truex to run that low line that he wants to run.
Kyle Larson a year ago watched the race from North Carolina. Today, he's a Cup Series champion.
2021 could be characterized as a season of Kyle Larson. 10 wins, the championship, won the All-Star race. It was just the fastest car almost every single week. But all Hendrick Motorsports had extensive success with all 4 of their drivers.
The East Series, the Truck Series, Xfinity, checkered flag. William Byron wins in Homestead.
Alex Bowman on the racetrack today.
Checkered flag in the air.
Reigning champion of the Cup Series. It's the 7th road course win. Chase Elliott wins at Road America.
One of the easiest ways to see the pure speed and dominance the Hendrick Motorsports cars had was their 4,119 laps led, or the fact that they led 44.7% of the entire season of 2021. Hendrick also accomplished a feat for only the 4th time in the sport's history. They finished 1, 2, 3, 4. This was also only the 2nd time in the modern era. The other modern era finish was Roush Racing's Homestead 2005 1-4 finish. But Roush Racing at the time was a 5-car team. So Hendrick Motorsports' 1-4 finish at Dover in 2021 is the only modern era 4-car team to finish 1-4. The 4 cars that day were exceptionally fast and in their own zip code. It could be argued that any drivers in any 4 of the cars that day were going to run 1, 2, 3, 4. An additional note, Hendrick Motorsports just had raw speed all year. While winning 28 of the 73 possible stages in the year, that equates to winning 38.3% of the stages completed during the season, with Kyle Larson winning 18 stages, Chase Elliott won 6, William Byron won 4. William Byron ended up finishing the season 10th in the standings, but there were moments where he looked like a championship favorite. He consistently was finishing in the top 5 and top 10 for an early portion and summer stretch of the season, but his final statistics ended up being he won 1 race, 12 top 5s, and 20 top 10s, with 2 additional poles and 425 laps led. He also finished second three times. While Alex Bowman ended up finishing 14th in the standings, he was the best at putting himself in position to win races, which that he did. While winning 4 races in the season, he only had 8 top 5s, but he had 16 top 10s, 2 poles, only led 161 laps. So that meant he won half the races he was in the top 5. And while not finishing second in any races, it can be argued it didn't matter because he put himself in position and won those 4 races. Kyle Larson's astonishing season, his statistics where he won 10 races, had 20 top 5s, 26 top 10s, 1 pole, and he led an astonishing 2,581 laps. Chase Elliott was the next most competitive driver for Hendrick Motorsports. While he only had 2 wins, he did have 15 top 5s, 21 top 10s, 952 laps led, and was consistently a second-place finisher when Kyle Larson was winning races. Chase Elliott also had 7 second-place finishes, which gave him the second most top 2 finishes in the season. As impressive as the 17 wins that the team had in 2020 Twin were, some other notables are that Kyle Larson won 3 races in a row, 2 separate occasions in the season. The team had 4 consecutive 1-2 finishes in the summer stretch, with a total of 7 1-2 finishes in the season. That meant that there were only 9 races in which the team didn't win or finish second. The team also never even went 3 consecutive weeks without a top 2 finish. While it could be argued the 2021 season for Hendrick wasn't its best season in its history, it still without a doubt is one of NASCAR's best seasons for a team. 17 wins, leading nearly half the laps ran of the season, and never even having a 3-race stretch without a top 2 finish. This will earn your team a place on the dominant seasons list. Let me know in the comments if you believe this was NASCAR's best season by a team, or where you think it stacks up in comparison to some others.